Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am very excited to go over my complete Friday the 13th collection. Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Friday the 13th to everybody out there. I am very excited to go over my complete Friday the 13th collection. This is a video I've been wanting to do for a while, and I figured no better time to do it than on Friday the 13th. So I'm going to kind of just jump right into it. I'm going to try to start with like my oldest formats and move all the way up to my newest formats in that order, and also talk about the different box sets that I have too. If you don't know, this is my favorite horror series of all time. I think there's so many fun movies within it, and that you know, they get progressively like worse as they go on, but they're also progressively get more fun as they go on. So I feel like it's a series that if you just don't take too seriously, you'll just have a blast through it. So like I said, I'm going to start with my oldest formats and kind of like work my way up to my newest ones. So starting things off, I have here is my VHS Friday the 13th collection. So I'm just going to quickly run through all of these. But first off, I have the first film on VHS. This is not the one that like opens up. I know there was one that like the case or the artwork opens up or whatever, but yeah, this is just a standard Friday the 13th release. And then I have here part 2. And then I have here two different versions of part 3. As you can see, they are slightly different on the cover. And let's see if there's any on the backs. There are slightly different photos. That's really the only reason like why I have two copies, just because of the slight differences. But yeah, part 3. And then let's see, I have two different versions of part 4. The covers look pretty much identical. You can kind of see the text on the bottom, and it's not on the bottom on this one. And same thing, the back, there are some different photos. And actually the spines too, there are like a black spine and a white spine on these, and the tops and the other side. Yeah, as I said, this is like one of my, like, I love collecting the different variants of artwork for this movie or for this series, and so I feel like having all the different versions of it is a kind of like a fun like thing to try collect. But here is part 5. I just have one version of this on VHS. Got part 6. Part 7, and one of my personal favorites, part 8. Not my actual personal favorite of the series, but then we have here two different copies of Jason Goes to Hell. They pretty much look identical, and the backs also look identical. However, let's see, this one, the cover is completely flat, and this one has like the snake slug dude is kind of like a little embossed, so it's kind of just, I don't know if you can even tell that on camera, but yeah, that's Jason Goes to Hell. And then Jason X, and then I have one copy of Freddy vs. Jason, another great film within the franchise. And then we move on to here, I have a couple LaserDiscs. So I have the first film on LaserDisc, which I absolutely love. The back looks amazing as well. If the light won't glare, maybe. And then I also have Jason Takes Manhattan. And then I have here a couple of CEDs, which are not LaserDisc. CED stands for Capacitance Electronic Disc. They were put out by RCA. They were actually put out after LaserDisc, and so, or I should say, they were in production before LaserDisc. But then there was like a strike or something happening within RCA, and so the technology was ahead of its time, but it unfortunately did not come out, and LaserDisc kind of came out and kind of like took over this type of market. And so there was a decent amount of these put out. However, I only have 2 of the Friday the 13th movies, and so but these are also referred to as video discs commonly too. But I have the first movie, which I absolutely love these. I think they're so cool to collect. And then I have part 5, which I absolutely love the artwork. So those are all like my bigger formats. I guess now I'll jump into the DVD releases of the franchise. So starting things off, I have the original DVD releases of the films. This is the first movie with the slipcover. It's like a lenticular slipcover, but that is just the standard DVD. And here's the back as well. Then we got part 2. Part 3. Final chapter. Part 5. Part 6. Part 7. And part 8. So these were kind of the original Paramount like DVD releases of the films. However, there was a couple of box sets that did come out before the deluxe editions came out of the films. So this was kind of as far as I know, this was the first Friday the 13th box set that we got. I could be mistaken in that, but this is just the one with his mask on the front and the back side of it. And I'm not going to unbox all of these, but I will just kind of quickly show. They had kind of like these double, like 2 movies per, I think they were, I forget if these were individual discs or, yeah, so these were actually 2 movies per disc. So the quality of them would have been a little lower, but it's kind of just, all the films, I should say the first 8 films, and then there was a documentary along with that. Then we had the deluxe editions come out. So these are the editions that I remember seeing these in store actually when they were being released, but this was the first time that we got the uncut version of the first film, and that would be this DVD with the lenticular slipcover on it. And it looks the same on this, but I'm not going to show all the backs to these two because I feel like it's the same type of images. But here's part 2, part 3. These came with the 3D glasses. The final chapter, part 5, part 6, part 7. Jason Takes Manhattan. And I do keep just the Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, and like Freddy vs. Jason kind of like with the deluxe editions, just because I feel like that's like the newer version of them on DVD. But I have here Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, And then I actually have the DVD copy here of the, what was this? The remake from '09. And then I also have just this documentary, His Name Was Jason, which is just kind of, I think just goes over all of the films, if I'm not mistaken. It's like 30 years of, 12 films, 3 decades, but so it's a fun little documentary that I also have. And then we got a box set that was a limited edition version of all the movies. I should say all the 8 DVDs in here. So this was just like the deluxe edition, like discs within a box set. Now this is a set that I never like open up because the packaging on it was terrible. And it is falling apart on me, which is terrifying to even hold. But this was the box set. This is the Ultimate Collection Limited Edition. So this is the version with the hockey mask included. Mine is 24715 of 50,000. So it's not super limited, but they are numbered, which is kind of fun. But yeah, for whatever reason, the plastic on this is like very, very like prone to just cracking. And so I try not to open this ever, just because like I don't want to crack the whole box. I mean, like the back you can kind of see is kind of splitting apart right here. The glue is kind of not holding up. And so this is just one that I kind of let it sit on my shelf, and I never really touch because it's just, I don't know, it's scary to handle. And then we also have here the first time that the films were ever on Blu-ray, and that is in the Friday the 13th complete collection. This has all 12 films on 9 Blu-rays, and I think this includes, it includes the 2009 remake, but that is the tin set that I believe Warner Brothers, Paramount, one of them put it out. But I absolutely love this set. I remember this was one that was like a must-have within my collection, and tracking it down at the time was difficult because it was out of print. It still is out of print, but thankfully the price of these have dropped dramatically, actually. But these at one point were like selling for like $300, which is insane to me. But it was like the first time you can get all the movies on Blu-ray. I even have the original cardboard sleeve still. But within it, you just had, all the movies on the, like each individual disc. I do have a video going over like opening up all my different horror box sets if you're curious, but it comes with like a little booklet and just like a little band to go around the Blu-rays, some brand new glasses in there, and the Camp Crystal Lake patch. So I was fortunate enough to get this at a pretty good price, but yeah, this was a prized possession within my collection for the longest time, because I just knew that it was extremely rare. And I do remember this sitting on the Walmart shelves, and I remember like having to pass it up at the time, which is really unfortunate. But I'm happy that I have a copy now. And then in 2020, we got the Friday the 13th collection from Scream Factory, which is probably one of the greatest sets that they've put out. And this is kind of what it looks like, with just some artwork all the way around, and even on the top. And the bottom has just a bunch of text and ratings, and then you have all the films in here. I have part 3 sitting on my TV stand to be watched actually today. So, but yeah, you had all like the individual cases similar to their Halloween box set that they put out, which I absolutely love that they took the time to actually make them individually, like have individual cases. But there is also a bonus disc and a booklet included in this. So this is definitely the set to get if you are a Friday the 13th fan. I feel like this is not horribly expensive. Like I think when it first came out, it was like $130 or so. During the sales, I'm sure you can get it much cheaper than that. But I will say that if you did get it in like the first round, there was replacement discs. I think it was part 3, Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell. I'm not sure what the reason for the replacement discs, but if you have an older version, you can contact Scream Factory and they will send you replacement discs. So Yeah, and there's like a way to tell which set you have and if it's within that or not. But that is my complete Friday the 13th collection. I hope you guys liked that. There was, I don't know, I don't have every different like edition of the movies. I do want like to get them on 4K, and there's a couple box sets that I feel like I don't have. And I don't have like the individual Blu-ray releases of the films or anything like that, but someday I would like to get all of those and just try to collect, you know, as many as I can, because I absolutely love this franchise. I think it's so much fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic October, and I hope you're watching some great horror movies if that's what you're into, because it is just the perfect time of the year just to be watching all kinds of great stuff. But I actually, if you're watching this on Friday the 13th itself, I will be doing a live stream later tonight. So, and that's not going to be my regular Sunday live stream. So I'm going to have to change that a little bit just with scheduling stuff. But yeah, I hope to see you guys all over there tonight. I think it's going to be 7 o'clock. So stay tuned, I guess, on this channel for updates on that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for taking the time to watch these. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.